Today on Red's Room, we have another camera balancer we'll be testing out. Stay tuned for episode 3. Hello, Mac. Today we're here with the Roxant video camera stabilizer. It is this is for DSLRs and bigger cameras. It's not for a phone camera, although you could hook it up to a phone or a GoPro. I'm going to try it out. We're going to set it up. We're going to unbox it. Then I'm going to give this thing away too. But right now, let's check it out. See what comes in the box. Instructions. We don't need instructions, do we? Anyways, there's multiple tutorials on how to put this on and balance your phone. I'm going to do it really quick with you, but it's not a phone, it's a camera. You have to use a camera. Remember, this is Roxant. They sent me this, review it, and give it away. So, put it together without any further ado. I'll be right back. First things first, what we do here to balance our camera on a contraption like this, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it works great when it's all done and set and done. So basically what we want to do is unravel everything here, put this up in the middle, I guess we would say. Let's get our camera. We screw it in here. Not the easiest thing in the world, but like I said, once it's on, this thing works pretty good. I'll do a little demo later and show you how. They have weights on here to balance it. I think we don't need all these weights. This camera is not the biggest one in the world, so we're going to take one of the weights off. I'm just guessing, so I am not 100% sure. But what we do then, we put the camera on, we tighten it all up. Okay. Basically, I got this backwards. The camera should be facing that way. So let's face it the other way. All right. Try and get it centered, I guess. Tighten her up. Next step, putting on your weight, counterweight balance, whatever you'd like to call it. And that goes into one of these holes here. It's pretty simple to put together. Might not be the simplest to balance though. So, all right. But you never know, we might get lucky. Alright, so now we just tuck this in here somewhere without screwing it in and try and get it to balance. You want it to balance so it's in the center, and right now it's not. You want it to be centered. So when you're walking, you get a smooth movement, and it's not like a bouncy movement. I'll do a demonstration later on in the video. But with that being said, so we're leaning forward that way. So what do we do next? Take the camera, slide it back a little bit. And now we're leaning forward still. Take the camera, slide it back. You can see what I'm getting at here. So as we're starting to get balanced, we're going to have to maybe remove one more weight and see if that works. Otherwise, there's different screws you could take out. You could take this off with like a penny, unscrew it, screw it into another hole. Put your balance on that way. Take the medium weight off, put the small one back on. And once you have the setup, you got it set up. So it's a lot easier to balance it once you got it set up. So it's still leaning forward a bit. So take the small weight off too. Basically, you know what? I'm going the wrong way. We need all those weights back on. Live and learn. Getting a lot closer now, look at that, huh? So, we want to next take the camera and move it back as far as we can, or take this out and move it back. But let's see where we stand right now. It's getting a lot closer. All right. So what we want to do then, screw it in. This just screws right in here. They say use a little bit of 3-in-1 oil in here. Get some nice movement. But as you can see, it's leaning to the right, so we're going to have to move it over, which is done. We can do it by the counterbalance like that. Pretty much until you get your balance. And we're still leaning forward a little bit. And now we're getting good that way. So let's put this that way. And leaning forward that way. Leaning way forward. So with that being said, we're going to have to go all the way down and over. And if not, I'm going to have to move this down to the next level. That's pretty good. Pretty good balance right there. All right, I'm going to go do a field test. We'll be right back. I got this thing balanced pretty good now. So when you walk smooth. You can walk down trails upstairs and go like this and like down, up, whatever, left, right, up and down. You're gonna get a smooth video picture for a lot cheaper than buying a 3-axis gimbal, which costs hundreds of dollars. But this thing works pretty good for around 60 bucks. And this one I'm going to give away in probably about another month or so. After I give away the drone, this will be next.